And we are live.
The thing won't load. Oh my god. Hold on, before we go live and start talking about shit,
We are live.
I want to make sure the audio works.
It
It's
works,
fine,
Manuel. I checked
Manuel.
already.
I can hear it. I checked.
I can't hear me.
Well, maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, I can't hear me. Hold on. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, and I can see the thing moving when you speak.
I sound quieter than you guys, though. Hold on. I definitely do sound quieter. I don't know if somebody wants to see. Look, even. Thank you, Reina Mora. Says Manuel's a little quiet.
Laura.
Can you raise me a bit, JD?
I can raise both of you, but I don't know.
Raise my
Wait,
cock.
hold on.
Ah.
Well, I'm gonna cover my mic because the thing's above me. I don't want you guys just okay, hold on.
While you guys do that, I'm going to adjust my headphones. Boop 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 boop.
Is that louder? Is that
Yes.
louder?
Okay, my headphones are adjusted.
Yes.
Okay, I can hear myself better. Okay, there it goes. Okay, I fixed that on my end because JD is a bad host. I'm just kidding. Let me
Hey, Manuel, I remind you that I do have the mute button.
Hey, yo, I'm only here for a little bit. About to do a special recording for Idle Gear. Oh,
Yay!
That's the idle car thing.
Mhm.
Right? Well, okay.
Mhm.
Hey, Manuel,
Anyway,
before we get to that, what are we doing today?
Oh, hi everyone. It's Ultra Podcast Zia. My name is Manuel. I have a different setup now, and for some reason, when I lean forward like this, you can see my window. Oops, that's my window. Hi, window. Everyone say hi to the window.
Hi, window.
That's Window Chan. And Nyaru, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Nyaru. I'm sleepy. I literally want to take a nap. I had a Frosty from Wendy's, and I got my hair done today, and I had to sit in an Uber, and my Uber driver got served papers yesterday, because he hit a random woman, in the back of her car. But the mistake he made was he gave her his business card, like his work business card. So this woman thinks that he is rich with millions and millions of dollars, and is claiming that she was injured by this accident. Therefore, I feel bad for my Uber driver. Please send love and prayers to what's his name, Kevin.
Kevin. He would be a Kevin. I'm just kidding. That's sad though.
Yeah. His mistake was he gave a work business card, but he says he uses his phone as like for work and for personal stuff, which is a big mistake, but lesson learned, I guess.
What is he, a lawyer? I mean, like, what kind of business card did he have?
He didn't specify the business. He just said it was a small business.
It would have been. You should have been like, oh, my neck hurts. Give me one of those.
No,
cards.
I feel bad. He was such a nice dude. He doesn't deserve that.
Manuel, that would be fraud. We do not encourage people to
We
commit
don't
fraud here.
condone fraud here. I remember one time I was it's a long time ago, like I was like in high school, and I was like in a bus accident. Well, someone hit the bus. By the way, don't ever try, like, if a bus stops, just wait. Someone tried to go around a stopped bus and then got smashed into the bus by a car that was already in the lane. And the bus was fine because the bus. But like or other cars, I actually don't know what happened with them. I just got off the bus and I'm like, I'm just gonna walk. But as soon as it got hit, this one dude just threw himself on the floor and started like screaming, and I'm like, and everybody was looking at him. It's like, I'm pretty sure that, like, I don't want to say anything. It's for all I know the guy did get hurt, but I'm pretty sure that guy was committing like massive fraud. Like he was just screaming, and then like when I was starting to walk away because people like police were showing up and whatever, and they kind of wanted some people to stay. I didn't want to just like leave the scene like fast. Like he was still screaming on the floor, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that guy's just trying to get after a check. But anyways, this is Ultra Podcast Z, where we commit insurance fraud.
Actually, I commit tax fraud, but we'll talk about that later.
Nyaru, there's one thing you really don't want to admit to. It's
well, I mean, I don't, because my finances are actually in order, and the government just contacted me about that a while ago. So
what's been new with you, Nyaru? It's been weeks, and it's funny because for once, before we actually Nyaru answers, for once, it's not just that Nyaru disappeared. I disappeared too. I actually haven't been here for 2 weeks either. Even the show went on, both of us were gone.
Mm-hmm.
Where have you been?
I did a charity stream. I had to do a lot of prepping for that. That's why I was gone. But I raised over $1,400 and $420.69. Yes, I had to say the full number because reasons.
Nice.
Because for Gamers Outreach, this is a really cool organization that brings video games to hospitals, specifically children's hospitals. And as a hashtag gamer who grew up in the hospital playing Sonic 06 on their Xbox 360, I want to make more generations of Sonic OCs. I am helping this. I am providing to this society through that.
This society in which we live.
We live in a society.
We live in a society.
The new Sonic game, not this new Sonic game, but what the fuck's
it flopped? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, apparently it's shit.
It flopped so bad that Sonic had to work at Heart of Hearts Maid Cafe for a day. You saw that TikTok, right?
No, there've been a lot of crazy TikToks lately. There've been a lot of memes lately that I love. But I have seen that meme. TikTok's a funny place because no one really watches things on TikTok anymore. You watch the repost on Twitter, or you watch the repost on Facebook.
Exactly.
So yeah. Anyways, I've been alive myself. I mentioned it in the past that there was like some remodeling work, which is why I wasn't able to be here, and that's why the window's right here now because I moved everything. But yeah, it's been wild. It's been crazy. It's been tiring. But AX is coming up, and what are the nonsense that I have written here? We'll come back to that. We'll just talk about some AX stuff because I don't feel like talking about. Did you know there's a crypto restaurant, Nyaru? I found out about this during the weeks off.
Yeah, I knew about that like for a while actually.
Yeah, it opened back in April.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess it's called Born
It was like
Hungry.
one of those. Wait, it's not the monkey one?
Yeah.
Or is it that monkey? Oh, it is the monkey. The only reason why I found out about it is because I still follow Kojima Haruna, former AKB48 member. She went to LA recently. She did like a vlog series, and like her second vlog was going to that restaurant. And I was like, "What is this? Why are you going there?"
It's actually funny because I had okay, want to hear a funny Koji horror story? It actually ties into something happened recently. So, and you're probably gonna hate me when the story's done. So,
I already hate you.
A long time ago, when I was trying to get like a bunch of like become friends with these so-called AKB48 people, they were really huge fans of Kojihara, Kojima Haruna, and known as Kojihara. I'll keep calling it that from here on. Anyways, they're really big fans of her, but not only did I not really care for her, like one way or the other, it's not I didn't like her, but I didn't know much about AKB48. So just so I could become cool with them, I pretended I liked it. So because of this, I ended up with a lot of Kojiharu merchandise, both from them just giving me extras. And at one point, there was a group order for her photo book, which I think was also shot in LA. It was like shot in Santa Monica or something like that. And I bought that. And I'm like, why am I spending money on this? I don't need this photo book. And It was funny because it was so untouched. It came with a photo card that I never opened. It was still like in an envelope inside the book.
And let me guess, you threw it away
threw it
or
all
you
away.
gave it. Oh
threw it
my
all in.
god! I knew that's where this was going, and I
That's
hate
where
you
every
for it.
manual story ends.
To be
He
fair,
threw it away. You know how much you're polluting this earth.
and it's funny because
Meanwhile, I say go.
it's funny because they gave it to me at an AX. Like that was where we met up to like give away like that Koji Hara photo book. So it was like AX 2015, by the way, just date this. And they gave it to me at the AX. And I remember to this day, until I threw it away, I had never even opened it because I didn't care. But one of my roommates, I remember she was going through it and she's all like, "Oh, this chick's kind of cute," like, it's a photo book, so there's pictures of her in a bikini, like Koji Hara, that is. And she wanted it, and I kept thinking like I should have just gave it to her. Like, why did I say no? I ended up keeping it for like 5+ years and then throwing it away myself.
Hey, Manuel.
Gosh, yes.
Did you see the redeem?
What is this stretch? Oh my back.
Oh, I thought I said sheesh.
It is. It should be she. There should be a sheesh because it is a sheesh. Hey Haro, what are you drinking, Yara? It's so noisy.
You're noisy. I'm just drinking out of my hydro flask.
But anyways, that's my Koji Haro story. I've actually since grown to like her a bit more, but I still never really cared, and mainly that's because I was forced to. That's mainly because like everyone else did. For the record, I did like what the fuck's her name? She was solo. The girl who did Dear Jay. What the fuck? Tomomi Itano.
Itano, yeah.
Did you hear about her? I just found this out like today.
Wait, what happened?
She had like a worm in her stomach.
What the fuck, sis?
Yeah.
What's she doing?
Apparently, and this doesn't say don't do this, but apparently she ate sushi. This is all pieced together. She ate sushi, and I guess it was like bad sushi or something.
Oh yeah, tainted sushi.
And she got a worm in her stomach. And like, does she have a kid? I don't think she has a kid. But the
No,
reason
she does.
the reason I say that is because she was quoted as saying like, "Oh, like the pain was worse than childbirth," and I'm like, do you know that? But okay, I'm sure it just hurt really bad.
I'm pretty sure she does have a kid.
Let me look into this real fast. Hold on, Koji. I keep listening to Koji Horror.
While you look up this irrelevant information for this podcast, AX is coming up, guys.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And like everyone from A to J is going to be there.
She is 30 years old. She is. I remember when she was at AX in 2010. I think
I know.
She was 17.
I'll be there.
Speaking of AX, Manuel, what are you excited for Anime Expo? What does AJ plan?
Nothing. I'm gonna be drinking.
That's the usual AJ plans. Yeah, they don't. They never actually do interviews, guys. This is company secret. They never do interviews. They never do any work. They just take the press badge and run, and then they go drink.
Yeah, this is Manuel's excuses to just get press badges and write off liquor.
It's actually funny you say that because there have been several cons where we've kind of like pushed more for industry badges for that very reason. Not even so much so that we can be lazy, but so that at the very least I don't have to do the work myself. I'm like, oh, you're the one with the press badge, like other A to G members, like go to the interview. I'm industry. I'm gonna go over there and get me a free sandwich, go back to the room and go get shit faced.
Speaking of industry, this is my I actually got an industry badge because my VTuber agency is going to be attending. What's it like having industry? This is my first time ever getting industry.
It's actually funny you bring it up. There is an industry lounge and there is like free drinks and stuff like that. Like not drinks, alcohol, but like, water and sodas.
Yeah.
And like tea and shit like that. At least there usually is. I don't know if they'll be different because of the pandemic. But the only real perk is that
you get to skip the lines.
Exactly. But I will say this, that knowing this from the press angle a lot, like from back in like it shocks me how many line staffers don't let it. Depending on what person you get at the door, they might be like, "Oh, industry doesn't get front of the line; it's just press," or So be prepared for that and fight it. Just fight it. Honestly, the big thing is just keep fighting it and just start letting people in and just go in. Like, what are they gonna do? Drag you out? But
I want to speak to your supervisor, but at the con.
well, just don't be a Karen. But most of
Oh
the
yeah,
time,
no shit.
these people are just staffers, and volunteers. I mean to say, and usually there comes a point where even they're like, I don't fucking care. Karen Nyaru, yes, exactly. But there are other cons that have much better industry policies. For the record, I love ALA. I've mentioned this before. ALA has some of the best industry perks ever. Like they have a really nice industry lounge that has like food. um
Mm-hmm.
and unlike AX, their industry like is actually free. If you
I keep forgetting that we had to pay for industry.
Yeah, that's actually a big issue with AX, if you didn't hear, because a lot of voice actors raised the hubbub because they're like, why the fuck are we paying, for this badge? And it's different for you guys. Well, I don't know, because like I know for a fact like Phoebe's performing. Was hers
Mhm.
totally free? Because they're using her they're using
I'm not too sure actually, but all I know is I'm taking pictures for her.
Yeah, but so shit like that goes down where it's all like, if you're using us for marketing, like then don't we like why are we paying you at all? It's not even pay us, it's more like just don't charge us, And it's funny because for the record, for those who don't know this by the way, that is an AX only. Well, it's not only. As far as I know, they're the only one, but it's very rare. And AX is one of the few that I know of that does it. Anyway, but that'd be fun. You're gonna be industry, so cut all the lines.
Mm-hmm.
What else are you looking forward to? I already spilled the beans. Phoebe's performing twice. The only reason I saw this was like right before I was scrolling through Twitter, and I guess because AX, all my feeds AX right now, and I saw she's doing the beer garden and also the
And the
community stage.
Yeah, I'm also excited to see Not Sweet. I'm gonna see both their performances.
Oh, I didn't know Not Sweet was performing.
Yeah, they're coming. I can't wait to go. I'm gonna go take a checky with my Oshi, Emily. She likes My Chemical Romance. I'm gonna get her My Chemical Romance bracelet. And then
My Chemical Romance bracelet.
No, you're not Emily from Non-Sweet. And then I'm also gonna go see a VTuber who is doing her 2.5D debut at the community stage as well. Her name is Yumemi. She's from Canada too, so yeah, go to Canada, people. What do you call it? Coming to the community stage. I'm also gonna go to Asayoru Maid Cafe. I'm gonna go check out their brick and mortar store, which I am super excited to do that. And then of course go check out Little Tokyo. And most of all, just go hang out with all of the S-Pro people because this is the first time S-Pro will be coming together and meeting each other for the first time in person, at least.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's
it's and we're gonna celebrate Yoda's birthday.
Wait, when's her birthday?
It's this Wednesday, but we're gonna celebrate it I think on Friday or Thursday.
So it's tomorrow?
Or Saturday. Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, it's JD's birthday on Sunday. He mentioned
lots of birthdays.
So if anyone wants to go like punch him, isn't that what you do on a birthday? I don't know. When I was a kid, I don't know if I just grew up in violent times. When I was a kid, like my brother would beat the shit out of me on my birthday, basically.
I remember. Okay, I don't know if you. Apparently, people don't are like calling out this tradition. But did you ever have like your face like smashed into the cake when you were like they pick up the cookies and put it on your face or whatever? Did that ever happen to you?
That's never happened to me personally, but I think that's a very Mexican thing, by the way. I don't.
It is. That's because I was about to say I've seen that happen before at so many family parties.
Exactly. I think it's just because I've mentioned this in the past before. I think it's just because my particular side of the family is pretty Americanized that I've never personally had to deal with that. But every time I'd go to someone else's party, I'd be like, "The fuck are they doing?" I'm not eating that cake. Like, what do they do with that piece with the does the kid just like eat a giant slice now? And then one time, it's funny because you see memes of this all the time, like on online or on YouTube. Like go look up "cake in the face fail" or some shit like that. But there was one time when I was really young, and it was a cousin, some random Mexican cousin who I don't really know that well because it's, I don't know if I've mentioned before. My dad literally he came from a family of I think 11. He was the 11th, or maybe he was 10th. I don't know. At least 10 brothers and sisters. One of those kind of Mexican families.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, it was one of those cousins, one of their kids, and they went to go slam his face into the cake, and he dodged. So they pushed it harder, and the cake fell, and we just had no cake. They destroyed the cake, and we were outside. By the way, we were outside, like in not in a park, but like in their front yard. So when they slammed his face, he pulled back, and they were trying to they tried to lift the cake to his face, and like it slid off the board and it fell onto the floor. And it's like, now we have no cake because you wanted to fucking shove your kid's face into it. Like, thank you, everyone. But then again,
Keep going.
I don't know if you dealt with this now that we're on the topic of Mexican birthday parties for some reason. Almost every birthday cake had strawberries in the middle, and like I hate strawberries. So
okay, well, for me, I was traumatized. Okay, well, not like by someone doing this to me, but by seeing it happen to someone else, because they ran off like, crying and everything, and like they were personally hurt by it because they didn't expect it or whatever, and that's totally valid. So after I saw that, I was like, Mom, Dad, please never do that to me. I will literally disown you and run away.
Exactly. No, I've seen kids cry, and I've seen them do it. Like, I'm like, do you guys? When does this start? Because I've seen it done to like 3-year-olds.
I've seen it done to a fucking 2-year-old before.
What I'm saying, it's like I've seen it done to like very small children, and I'm like, whoa.
And then they cry, and I'm like, wow, way to traumatize your kids. Like, I get having. Am I someone that just doesn't like just no fun allowed? Or I feel like a lot of people just don't relate to like how I feel about it, I guess.
No, I've never understood that, and I don't think I ever had. I feel like I've had a discussion with my family too, because I feel like there was one time when I was like, "Okay, please don't do that to me," but thank God it's never happened. Then again, I mentioned this in the past before. I've never really had birthday parties much. Like I said, like honestly, like growing up, like my big birthday thingy is like my brother would beat the shit out of me. He would like basically like, "Oh, how old are you this year? You're 13. I'm gonna like punch you the hardest I can like 13 times. I'm not making this up. This is like," and like mind you, it was kind of in good, clean fun. It wasn't like we don't get along too well. We don't get along at all these days. But it's not because of this. But he would leave me with like giant bruises on my arm, and he would like he beat the shit out of me. I got beat for my birthday. But then again, like I guess this was a normal thing too, because I remember when I was older, like in my later teens, like my sister got married to this one guy, like ages ago, obviously when I was in my teens. And he started punching me one time. Like not like as hard as my brother would, but I'm like, the fuck up? Do we just beat each other for birthdays? Like, what is this?
Alrighty, I'm gonna be a Manuel AX.
Yeah, just beat me up.
I mean, I was gonna do that anyway.
My birthday is coming up. It's coming up around another con though. Crunchyroll Expo is happening in August, and honestly, I might not even go. I might not go because nobody really wants to go. But I do have a hotel. I do have badges. I'm just like, if nobody wants to go, I'm just not going to go. But that is my birthday.
I'm not going. I'm going to a colossal con. I won't say which one. But that's like yeah.
But yeah. So AX, after all this, JD, I need to know: have you ever got your head? Have you ever? Well, sure it is your head. You ever got your face shoved into a cake before, or beat the shit out of for your birthday?
I think I might have, or if I've seen people have their face do it at like some of my family parties, and we definitely had like a pinch to grow an inch, and then a punch to grow a bunch every year at your birthday.
It's funny you see that because I have an aunt who did that exact same thing, and the pinch was a pinch. The pinch was actually a real pinch. I'm like, ow, that's a pinch, it's like a little hit. But no, when I say, I want to reiterate, my brother beat my ass. And it was one of those things too. I'll never forget it. Like I like how I'm like, this isn't the reason I don't like him that much. But now I'm like, gosh, I think I'm mildly traumatized from this. I'm just barely dealing with it now, like this second. I remember there'd be times when I'd be like, oh shit, he's gonna beat my ass, and I basically like run, and he's all like, I'm gonna get you eventually. You might as well just let me do it now. And then like if I blocked too hard or moved too much, he wouldn't count it. So I basically would have to let him like really hit. Gosh, anyways, welcome everyone to Manual Dealing with Past Trauma. Nyar. Oh, for those who don't know, by the way, non-sweet. This is me trying to change the subject. Non-sweet is what was her name? Session
Youth Academy.
Right, Gakuen was the parent.
Gosh.
But yeah, Station Youth Academy had a lot of I won't go into that. But basically, it's them, but without some of the members. And yeah, it's funny because we actually interviewed Station Youth Academy, and I don't want to. I actually don't even know how Nyara feels about Station Youth Academy.
I love them to death.
But oh, you did.
I have their shirt.
I love the non-sweet members. Let's just leave it at that. Because yeah, we interviewed them and it never got published because they never approved it, and I was very upset by that. That had nothing to do with anything, by the way. Like we interviewed them at AX one year. It was the earthquake year because I remember that. Oh, that was the year right before the pandemic happened. Yeah, it was the earthquake year, and because I remember that was the thing we asked about. Like, why I wasn't there. Molly did the interview, and that wasn't because I didn't want to be there. That was just because we did like 7 or 8 interviews that con, and I think
right, Manuel.
We did, and they almost all got published except for that one. That was the one where we interviewed this dude who was I think his name's Kyugaku, and be careful to Google him. Don't Google him right away. His name's Kyugaku, and he's like a hentai artist, and he did the art for fuck, what's that one called? Like the big boob fantasy hentai game where it's all like big boob versus small boob. It's a very popular hentai series, I think, actually, like of eroge. But he did the art for that, and that was a funny interview because like Sylvia did it, and she refused to ask any like quote unquote like dirty questions. So it was a very tame interview for interviewing somebody so into the eroge. Anyway, Nyara. How are you looking forward to AX? It's been 3 years. Can you believe it?
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'll be real with you. There's not a lot of like panels or like big special events that I really want to go to. Kind of hoping that others feel the same in my group. I would just like tend to do more stuff that's like outside of AX. But you know what I'm the most excited for? You want to know? Street hot dogs.
Oh, funny because I made several bingo cards. By the way, I don't know if I'll go over the one I did in a minute. But my big fear about the street hot dogs, not fear is not the right word. My big question about the street hot dogs this year is how much do you think they're gonna be?
$10.
Exactly. But then again, I feel like in the past, Fanime's prices have been lower than AX's prices. This year obviously was $10. So I'm like, will AX be like 12? But I feel like 10's the number. I don't think you can go above 10. Because once you go above 10, at that point, it's like go to a restaurant, you know? At that point, it's like we'll order food. It's like
there's this one burger place I kind of want to take everyone to. It's like a little burger bar place. All I know is you can put croutons on your burger, and I'm quite happy about that. And I'm gonna go try to. It's like actually walking distance from the con too.
Where the fuck is this? I never heard of this place.
I'm gonna try to look it up. Hold on. I'm gonna go on Maps. I'll look it up.
It's but there are some new restaurants that have opened up. There's a Wendy's now next to the
Oh,
Denny's.
really?
Yeah, there's a Wendy's that just opened. Like, sir, this is a Wendy's.
We're really gonna have our sir, this is a Wendy's moment at AX.
I'm choking on my spit. But yeah, like, sir, this is a
Ew.
Wendy's. There's also a Jollibee. Um, well, it's a little further, but there's a Jollibee now in the area. It's by the where the Westin is, and yeah, there's a few new like eating options. So I look forward to that, especially since I'll be cooped up in the room drinking so much. Did you find out what the burger place is called?
Hold on, I'm trying to convince
yeah.
Center.
While she does that, Manuel, you said there was something you wanted to say on stream, but you need Nyaru here.
Oh, okay. Thank you for bringing that up. So, okay, guys. So, no, don't give it away because I figured it out what it is already. So, for years, I would see Nyaru's notifications for when she goes live on Twitch. It's funny because I've obviously like A to J follows a lot of people. Not a lot of people, follows a lot of people. I don't know why we get some notification, or I get only some notifications. But Nyaru, we get the email ones. At least I do, because I get those sent to my personal email box, and every time Nyaru goes live, it says Nyaru tagged you in a post. And don't say anything yet, in case you know where I'm going with this. So, I never thought much about it. I just thought it was an interesting thing that you would tag people when you go live, and then recently, about like 6 months ago or so, I was just cleaning up some things about the Twitch channel. Like it was back when I was asking you, Nyaru, about how to change the banner or whatever. And I was thinking about making more snazzier going live notification thingies. And it was back when JD would get mad at me about putting in the cheese and everything. So I was like, how do you tag people? So I went through so many things, like Googling, trying to figure out how you tag people when you go live. And I got to the point when I even asked JD, I'm like, you remember this, JD? I asked you many times, like both in chat and live. Like, I think I mentioned this in a podcast. I'm like, how do you
it
tag
closed.
Which one was it?
It just says close, like burger shop closed, and I looked at the street. I remember it being on. It just says burger shop. So I'm pretty sure that was not the name of it.
What you gotta do is you gotta go to a Wendy's, you gotta get like a burger, and you gotta get like ask them for croutons. Sir, this is a Wendy's. But no, so TLDR, it eventually occurred to me that that's just what you typed into the thing, so people would click on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And why did no one tell me this?
Because it's funnier to watch you be a boomer?
I felt so stupid when I realized this. I'm like, and by the way, Nyaru, it worked for me because I actually thought you were tagging everyone in that. And it didn't help. Like I said, for the longest time, we didn't, at least I never saw notifications from other people. I would just see them from you. And I'm like, oh, that must be because she's tagging us.
No, it's because you're watching her videos, Manuel. If you don't watch someone's videos for long enough, you don't stop getting their live notifications.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, so basically, Nyaru accidentally trolled me.
Yes, I troll everyone on the daily. Okay, I'll be right back. I need shit.
Anyways, so did you know that, JD? I'm so upset with you because I asked you like a month ago.
I think I'd never paid attention to her lives, and I only got it recently.
But yeah, and I really, mind you, I'd already realized what the situation was before this, but then recently, because I think she had left at that for like months, at least like maybe a year, but she left like that for many months. And then recently she started changing it up a bit, and that's when I'm like, oh, yeah, it was clearly that. I mean, I already realized it by that point, which is why I think I've even copied her a bit. I think I made ones like click now or Nyaru will cry. Like I've done that in the past.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was this one too.
Oh yeah. And I think it works because I think that's how we got like her people last time. That's how we got her people like earlier this time. So yeah. It's like, oh, so making clickbaity titles works. Who would have thought?
It could also be that she is just posting her links in her chat too.
That is too. Also, maybe just not constantly putting blank blank the cheese.
Yes.
It's not exactly click worthy. But let me open up. You know what? I think I closed it on accident, which is annoying. Hold on. Let me try to get it open. I'm trying to figure out where the hell I put my bingo card. Please still be open. Please, yes, it's still open. So I realized this earlier. Sorry, I need to like. I'm gonna close my light a little because it's really bright in my face. So, by the way, if you saw in the chat, JD, Weston did a bunch of these, and you're like, why is the free space like not where it was? The thing is, you have to turn on the free space. Otherwise, if you just write in free space, which I think is what he did, they shuffle it.
Okay.
So it took me a while too, because I'm like, he must not have been paying attention or he didn't care. And then I noticed my free space was getting shuffled too. But yeah, my Anime Expo bingo card. It's $10 Streak Lizzies, LineCon, multiple Spy X Family cost groups, or Spy Family, sorry. I feel like that's gonna be the overdone cosplay this con. Don't you agree, JD?
Fine, overdone.
Define overdone, like I said,
Yes.
there'll be multiple trios, or at least duos at the least, but trios I think most likely. Like constantly, like you'll just be running into like you could like throw a stone and hit them on accident or whatever that phrase is.
Please don't throw stones.
Don't throw stones at cosplayers. Don't throw stones at all.
Or swing dead cats.
Swing dead cat. You can hit it with dead cat. But yeah, so I think there's been multiple of those. By the way, don't spoil it for myself or anyone watching, but just answer this if it's answer me if I'm wrong or right, because I thought the plot of a Spy Family was that they had a daughter and they somehow she went up for adoption and they got her back, but I just found out recently that's not the plot.
Yeah, that's not the plot, Manuel.
I thought that was the plot.
Twilight is like the super special secret agent who gets put into Operation Strix, which is to prevent basically the Cold War from igniting. And so to do that, he has to adopt a kid and get that kid into the super special academy, where one of the like ministers sends his son. Get to know that minister and make sure he doesn't accidentally start World War III, or purposefully, I guess. And then he learns that to do that, you have to be a father, a child, and a mother. So then he has to get married really quickly. And so he ends up accidentally getting married to an assassin. Neither of them know the other's an assassin or spy. The only one who knows is the kid, because the kid's a telepath.
So it's basically True Lies, but with like a psychic girl.
I was going to say Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but okay.
Actually, that's a much better example. So I think True Lies, only he was, but yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's funny because I didn't know this. Like, I was. Well, to be fair, I wasn't saying as if I knew what the plot was. I was like, is that? I just said like, isn't that what happens? They're like, no, that's not the plot at all. And I'm like, I don't know why I thought that. Anyway.
Yeah, actually, who were you talking to about this? Because I'm pretty sure you could have asked at least Callie, because I believe she mentioned reading it one time when she was talking about manga apps.
Because Callie's been reading Callie was like into Spy Family before it was cool. But to be fair, I think she also called it Spy X Family. But anyway. And now she's saying she didn't, but I'm like, I think you did. But anyway.
Go back through the old details, Manuel.
Exactly. I want to go fucking toxic. But yeah, Confunk, Crammed Artist Alley. I'm calling that already. The Artist Alley is going to be unwalkable. It's always been, and now it's going to be even worse. By the way, AX sold out completely. I don't know if you knew that. Like it's 100% sold out. As the weekend went on, like days were selling out, and I think I can only assume today if they even sold day 4 badges, that's a weird thing to buy. But I guess those sold out because the other one sold out yesterday. I'm calling it. There won't be. By the way, if you want to, like, I'll put these on Twitter or something like that. I'll put like some of these Anime Expo bingos. Yeah, the Bible Thumpers. I wonder if they'll be out in force again. I haven't seen them at cons recently. I'm not sure if they're Westboro Baptist Church related. Your Forager is top mommy too. Oh, Forager, is that her name?
That's the family's last name. Oh. Yes. Her name is Yor.
Oh, Yor. So wait, like as in Yor, the hunter for the future?
Sure. I don't know what you're talking about, but yes.
Wait, you really don't know what I'm talking about? Your There's a very famous like quote unquote bad movie. It's called Yor, the Hunter from the Future, and like the main character is spelled Yor, is Yor, and it stars Reb Brown. But who Reb Brown is, I think, is most famous. Wasn't he Captain America? Hold on,
No.
Reb
Oh,
Brown.
in what? In like the 90s?
No, like
Unless
in the TV movie where he had the wings and shit. We had like a car. Yeah, in 1979.
Okay.
The first Captain America. That was back when Did you know Doctor Strange had a TV show?
Yes.
Yeah, and Hulk did too.
Yes, I know that one.
And okay, the Hulk
I th-
one's famous as a Lou Ferrigno, but no one ever knows about Doctor Strange having a TV show. Anyway, shot o'clock, after parties, on anime cosplay, stuffed hotel rooms, annoying See, I don't know, because there'd definitely be annoying cosplays, by the way. But what I mean by annoying cosplayers, I mean like the Deadpool's, that fucking Red Ranger guy. I forgot the fuck his name is. He's a specific cosplayer. I forgot his name. He is the most annoying edgelord cosplayer ever. Like, people like that. And yeah, dehydration, heat stroke. No one die. And stop being a weeb.
No, you.
No,
Manuel,
you stop being a weeb. Yeah,
you're hosting an anime podcast right now. Are you trying to say you're not a weeb?
No, I'm definitely a weeb.
Your mom's a weeb.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll give Nyaru points for this, because even though she made fun of me earlier about going in and out, I don't think we were live for that, but she made fun of me for going in and out today. But I do love that her idea of taking out her friends like during AX was to go to the fucking burger place that had croutons on the burger, which, by the way, it's a weird thing to crave, but to each their own.
Hey, it was an experience, okay? They made an experience for me. Unlike In and Out, the experience is sitting for 40 minutes in a fucking parking lot for your food.
I actually went inside of it, but it actually did take forever to get my food even inside.
Exactly.
I was kind of annoyed. I was like, oh my god, it's like, I just got a fucking burger. Give it to me already. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I will say I am glad that you said a burger instead of fucking ramen or sushi, like everyone else would want to do. Like, I've mentioned this many a time, but it's my personal pet
I mean,
peeve.
I already said that I'm gonna be doing KBBQ. I kind of assumed that ramen, sushi, everything else was gonna come with that as well.
I'm not a huge fan. Oh, you can do KBBQ. Well, KBBQ is a little different. We talked about that in the past. That's kind of like, I think of KBBQ as a very extra meal in general. Like, you just want to go to eat a lot of meat. Like, we haven't really gotten, I forgot what they're called. There's a certain type of buffet where, like, it's a Brazilian thing where they just keep bringing you meat.
Yeah.
Brazilian barbecue.
Is that what it is?
Brazilian steakhouse. I want to go to Brazilian steak. I should take you to a Brazilian steakhouse.
They usually have like the red and green like thingies, like when you want more meat or you don't.
Yeah, you get to flip it to the red if you don't, but you flip it to the green if you want more.
Yeah.
And then they also have like the unlimited salad bars and like little side bars too. And then like sometimes some of them will bring you like a little like after dessert. Those are the really fancy ones.
I want one of those. I want one of those and get like nothing but like I want a duck. What are we gonna say, JD?
I say, according to Wikipedia, it's rodizio.
Whatever. I ain't Brazilian. Just someone.
And yeah, it should be pronounced in Portuguese. I'm pronouncing it the Spanish way. Sorry.
Portuguese. I'm offending someone. I'm gonna keep offending everyone. But no. I am glad. Like I said, I wasn't joking. Like, if I were you, just go to fucking Wendy's, go get you a triple stack, and just get some croutons. Get yourself a Caesar salad, and you put the croutons on your burger and your arm. And there you go. It's funny because like there used to be this taco place down at AX, and mind you, the whole area has become very gentrified since like the first times I've gone there for AX. So down the street, I remember one year I was like, "Oh, we're gonna go down to this taco place. It's really good." And it's like this hole in the wall taco place, and we walked down the street to where it was, and there was a giant hole in the street. Like they had like torn out. Like, I've never seen anything like it in my life. I wish I'd taken a picture. They've since built something there, but obviously
really taking hole in the wall to a whole new level.
No, exactly. Like clearly they dug the hole out because they were going to build underground parking, but like it was just crazy to see. Not only was it gone, the block was gone, and there was a hole. It was like a giant hole, and it was like, "What the fuck?" I've never seen a restaurant so completely gutted in my life, or a place I wanted to take someone. I guess it just happened to be a restaurant, but yeah. But yeah, we were talking about the bingo thingy and about like other shit about Spy X Family. Do you think
Spy
I keep saying
Family.
Spy Family? Do you think Spy Family will be the overdone cosplay this year?
Yes.
Because like I feel like it's that kind of cosplay where it's very easy to buy, and not only that, but I think like what the fuck does the guy wear? I feel like the guy can be like closet
Green
cosplay.
suit.
Yeah, I was say well, then again, who would have green? But yeah, I feel like you can kind of closet cosplay him. Maybe her if you have dresses like that, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's some fairly basic stuff. It is more of a, hey, we're trying to pretend to be an ordinary family kind of manga, so they're obviously not going to dress too extravagantly.
I still haven't seen the anime, and I keep hearing people talk about it. I'll watch it one day. We heard about the Artist Alley, Confunk. Oh yeah, AX is sold out, so be glad you got your badge when you did, Nyaru. I'm calling it. There is supposed to be an indoor mask rule, but I don't think it's going to be enforced like at all. And guys, in case you guys haven't been to LA recently, which you haven't, I assume. Well, JD kind of has, but because he hasn't been in Georgia too long. But as much as you would think it would be, no one really masks up in LA anymore. It's kind of insane, and it's like it's weird because like even when I went to
Colorado's kind of the same because like I said today I went to go get my hair done, and what do you call it? My hairstylist lady was like, "Oh, I saw you wearing a mask. You don't have to put it on. I just put it on because I don't like the stank of the hair product. But you can do whatever. I don't fucking care."
No, it's funny because like I mentioned earlier that we got the carpeting done, and by the way, it was funny. I was talking to my friend about this. When we got the carpeting done, it was done through a contract through a company, and like when the company came out, it was like this like younger white guy who was probably about younger than me comes out like with this like suit and his fancy clipboard, his fancy tools, doing all these measurements, and then when it comes time to do the actual work, an actual like Mexican family showed up, like two older guys and their kids. But nothing wrong with that. But I'm like, can't we just hire the Mexican people directly? But anyway, my point to bringing this up is that they were masked and did not take off their mask the whole time. And I couldn't tell if part of that was because it was a dusty job, or maybe they were worried about being in a stranger's house for all day. But there are times like I feel like masks should be normal in restaurants. Like, don't breathe on my food. Like, I'm just done with that. Like, I would have liked that before the pandemic. But like at In-N-Out, like everyone was wearing masks. Like everyone in the restaurant, like employee-wise, except for the person who was like putting the food together. And at one point, and mind you, this is a very common thing you would see anywhere, but at one point she sneezed into like her arm, and I'm like, don't. I'd already taken my food like long by this point, but I'm like, don't just keep doing. Yeah, she just kept working. She just kept working. I don't know. Anyways, no mask rule not enforced. Drunken Fucking Public, Okamoto Kitchen, the Bible Thumpers, whether they'll be back or not.
Oh, I can't wait to do that. I'm gonna like twerk in front of them or something. I don't know.
No, 1 year, like I said, I haven't really seen them in past AXs, but then again, like I don't really go through the main entrance. By the way, if you have industry, you go. One of the cool things about Cutting the Line is there's a special.
Yes, there's a special entry. That's the first thing someone told me about. The what do you call it? The stuff for industry.
So because of that, I never really saw the front of the con like for years. So I never really had to deal with like whoever the fuck was out there. I'm not about to go see a line con, like in the heat for nothing. But one of the years when I think we were still like normal attendees, like ages ago, when we went there, I was with some people and some of my friends and some of my gay friends. So it doesn't matter if they were gay or not, but they started making out in front of one of them, and he was so like he started yelling at them. Of course, he didn't do anything, but he started yelling at them. And I have a picture of it somewhere, like on my Facebook. I should look it up. If if I have time, because the upload schedule will be very tight because I only have tomorrow before AX. I'll try to put the picture somewhere up there if you're watching on YouTube. But yeah, drink lots of water and don't die. Are you gonna be in a stuffed hotel room? Are you in an overstuffed hotel room, Nyaru?
No, we got a good rate for like multiple rooms.
Oh, okay, so you're not gonna. I mean, well, then again, you're not really on.
We're
site.
all of us will have a bed.
Yeah, you're not gonna be like seven. You're not gonna be like. I'm not gonna lie. There was one AX, and I don't want to. Actually, I mentioned before there was one AX, and it wasn't that long ago, where I shoved 8 people into a Westin Bonaventure room, and not only was that a lot of people, and not only have I never done that again before, since, or after, and ever will again, it was also probably the smallest hotel room I've ever been in a name brand hotel. Like, this room was tiny. And we had 8, like, we were like, 3 people were like, I think in one of the beds, there was a girl like sleeping on top of this other couple, and in the other bed, it was me, Molly, and another friend of ours, and we were sleeping long ways, like,
Mm-hmm.
because the bed was a small bed and we wouldn't all fit on it. It was an experience. If you ever heard if you ever heard the story about me flooding the bathroom, which I'm sure we've all heard a million times, you watching UPZ, it was in this room. So the
Jesus Christ.
tensions were already high in this room, and then one of us flooded the bathroom. Oh, that was intense. Don't ever do that. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't ever overstuff a room like that. Don't overstuff a room at all. Just be smart. Be smart.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, what other AX stuff are you like? What other AX stuff do you think about that's going to be different this year versus other years?
I kind of hope that there's gonna be more space in the vendors hall.
Oh, it's funny you say that because I skimmed over it. I mentioned Artist Alley is never navigable.
Yeah.
Navigable.
I remember one year I went to I think it was like my first AX. I wanted to go check out the Artist Alley Hall, and I got so overstimulated and panicked so bad that I just left the whole con after that.
No, like first of all, they were packed together. The aisles were very narrow, and like it was a literal sea of people. And I think I was with somebody. It might have been last year actually when I was with Sylvia. Like, because I when we do interviews, we went to the other Sally afterwards. And like I went through like 2 rows, and we couldn't even stop. Like, we had to stop when they stopped, like as in they being the crowd, because like we would just be moved. You know what I mean? Like, I like how whenever you're drinking Nyaru, your model's mouth just keeps opening her mouth wide. Like,
Yeah,
it's just really funny to see. Like, it looks like you're just constantly shocked at what I'm saying. Like, really? Anyway, but no, I remember we went to like 2 rows, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm going back to the hotel. And I think she ended up staying, but I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm done with the con. And it was also hot. It's also hot in there too. The wild thing is I don't think you've ever been when it's been like this, because that's been like this in many years. But there was a time when Artist Alley and the exhibit hall were both in the same room, and they didn't use the entire room. So
holy
like,
shit.
so that was the main events would also happen in that, like, they would cut that room in half. Half of it would be main events that would be walled off. Like, you couldn't just walk into it. It'd be a separate room, but it'd be walled off. And the other half, that's now all this one space, is all exhibit hall. But that space would be exhibit hall and Artist Alley, and it was half of it. Whenever I see it, I'm like I just can't imagine the old AXs anymore. This is boomer talk, I know, but yeah.
Did someone say
my
boomer?
day? That should be another thing. It's like, back in my day, AX was better or whatever. It's funny because AX sold out, so everyone's been wondering what the cap is. And AX, of course, ain't gonna say shit till it's done. But I don't think that they're gonna go below their normal cap. So I'm pretty sure we're looking at 110K, 120K people. So, be ready with the wall-to-wall COVID. I'm just saying. Be safe. Just be safe. Don't get COVID and give it to me. So if I got it from any of y'all, it's because y'all went to the giant rooms and got it, not me. Okay, JD.
Okay, Manuel.
JD, what are you looking forward to at AX? What are you going to be doing?
My favorite part of AX is generally the premieres. I like to go to like all the first screenings and stuff.
The only thing I know that's premiering is One Piece Red.
No, isn't it just the music
Steve
event?
Aoki's gonna. Yeah, I thought it was just the Steve Aoki.
I thought it was
event.
just the music event.
Oh, is it really? I thought that they were doing the movie.
No, I think
If they
it's
are,
just.
I'm
I think
going to
they're
change my
promoting
schedule.
it.
Oh, I'm fucking pissed. I thought it. I mean, like, mind you, I don't deal with those pressers, so I didn't actually see that one. I mean, this was ages ago, but I thought it was the movie premiering there because I know the movie doesn't come out until later on in the year. I thought it was premiering. That sucks. Because isn't One Piece ending soon or something? Isn't the whole thing?
No,
I mean,
no, unfortunately.
About another 5 years. Call us back in 5 years when it's.
but isn't it
Then it'll
entering-
probably be closer to an ending. It's entering. It's getting to like its final saga, but who knows how long that saga could take? Like Wano's taken years to get through.
I like you guys laugh when I say, "Isn't it ending?" Because I only know this because I was talking to a friend of mine about it, and she's like, "Oh, it's finally entering its final things." I'm like, "Oh, so to me, to a normal person who hears that, you assume that means it's ending this year, but I guess that's just like."
No.
It's gonna be a decade.
Give it like 5 years, and we'll see how close we are to ending.
Oh, anyway,
It's on break for like a month right now, and then it's coming back.
I'm iffy on. Hold on, like I'm sorry, this screen's really white. Let me move that. I'm iffy on premieres at AX because they're usually not the best experiences to watch a thing in. Is that I'm saying this weird?
Yeah, because I was like, "Ah!"
Yeah, exactly. Like, the only time I've ever gone to any is because there was one time I went to go see K the Missing Kings. And I remember that fucking anime.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I think I slept during the movie because like I just didn't care. But I went there because there was a group. Maybe you know the group. I don't remember their name anymore. There was a group who did the opening or ending who were performing there, like after the premiere. And I went to see them, and I just had to sleep through the premiere till like. It's funny because I'm like, I see that movie's free to watch on YouTube now, and I'm like, oh, it's that movie I slept through to see the fucking group at the end. And also, I will admit this was fun. High School of the Dead. High School of the Dead. Is that what it's called? The one with the big titty, the bullets.
Yes.
I've mentioned this in the past. I went to that premiere because Mount Kurosaki, who does like the end, she does like 13 different ending themes. Like each episode has a different ending theme. She had a concert after the premiere, and I mentioned this in the past. Like I took my then girlfriend to that. She was so mad at me.
I don't blame her.
She was so fucking mad at me. And if you've ever seen High School of the Dead, Nyaru?
Yeah, I don't like that show.
Exactly. She like do you not like do you think it's would you be upset if like a significant other took you to that? I mean, we weren't on a date, but still. I just thought it was funny. Would that upset Nyaru? And
Yeah,
But,
it wouldn't upset me, but I just don't like that show.
she was pretty pissed, and I did not hear the end of it. And no, this is not even a joke. This is not even a joke. She broke up. Like I'm not saying this is why. Just kind of coincidence. Maybe it was like a sign of like me being an asshole. She
It was
broke
the
up-
catalyst.
Yeah, she broke up with me not long after that AX, I believe. But anyway, High School of the Dead ended my relationship. Anyway, I still like that show, by the way. I do think that the fan service is a bit much, but it's cool. It's zombos and it's like titty physics. I don't get that. I don't get that show. I don't get that show's hate. Everyone likes boobs until they're like stupidly overly done. I guess that's why. Anyway, what are the things you're looking forward to, JD? I kind of stole your topic.
That's about it so far. It doesn't look like any of the smaller stuff I usually like is happening this year. I'm assuming due to COVID.
Yeah, it's funny because I can only assume they don't get me wrong. The guest list doesn't look that bad. I'm not saying it looks like bad at all, but it doesn't look that bad. The guest list looks fine, but I guess they're still dealing with the fact that they couldn't probably get as many guests as they would have liked because there's a huge intake in fan panels, which kind of makes me feel like I should have tried harder.
I
to
noticed
submit
that.
them, but there's a ton of fan panels, and you don't see that at AX anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. Like somebody's doing one on fucking alt idols, which is funny because that's like
I know that person too.
Yeah, exactly. It's somebody I know as well from like the local idol scene. But I'm like, oh, they're doing a panel on all titles. I'm like, we should have submitted. Like, I wouldn't have done that one. By the way, we have a panel. We use an A to J. We have an all title panel too, which Nyaru has been on. If you remember, like ages ago, that was like ALA. But yeah, I'm like, oh, I should have tried harder. And some, to be fair, it's not that I didn't try it all. I didn't try at all, mainly because I don't like paneling by myself. And I just didn't feel like pressuring anyone, and because nobody was committing to AX for the longest time for some reason. Mind you, we are in a pandemic, so I guess that could have been why. But yeah. Anyways, no autographs, JD. Aren't you gonna go like?
I don't. The only person I can only think of two people, and I don't see like signings for them. So I'll have to figure out what the schedule is too. I still have pretty big gaps because I know I want to get Elizabeth Maxwell's, and I want to get Kira Buckland's.
Who's Elizabeth Maxwell?
She does Urbosa in Hyrule Warriors and Breath of the Wild. She's the Toru's blonde friend in Fruits Basket.
Oh,
she's Rosaria in Genshin Impact.
Wait, was she? By the way, the blonde friend, the Yankee one.
Yeah.
Was she in the original as well, or just in the new one?
No, she was recast for the new one.
Oh, okay.
One of the like few characters recast.
Ooh.
Manuel, they kept as many people as like were still working in the industry and hadn't been like young boys playing young boys.
It's hilarious because
or died.
It's hilarious because in the Japanese cast they just recast the whole fucking group.
Yeah.
So
well, that was at the mangaka's request, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. I think that was because that was intentional. Because I mentioned, actually, I don't think I mentioned this live, but Yuri Horia voiced her Honda originally, but not in the new one. And we interviewed her at an AX, and she was also at AX the year AKB48 was there, because it was a very funny thing. Because in AKB48, especially early AKB48, they all introduced themselves the same way. And they're like, and this is during opening ceremony. It's like, hi, I'm so and so, and I'm 17 years old. I'm so and so, and I'm 17 years old. I'm so, in Japanese. And then when Yuri Horia came up, she's like, hi everyone, I'm Yuri Horia. Like, mind you, AKB48 was like a couple guests ago. She wasn't even the next one. She's like, hi, I'm Yuri Horia, and I'm 17 years old. And yeah, it was funny because at first I thought that was her, like she just does that. But then someone's like, no, she's making fun of AKB48. I'm like, oh, duh. Because she didn't do that when we interviewed her, by the way. But anyways, by the way, we interviewed her for Miss Monochrome.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that show.
Which is an anime I still have not seen.
It's on Crunchyroll.
Oh. I know that's kind of an idol anime because I saw it on Molly's list. But anyway,
she's like a robot girl who wants to be an idol, I believe, or something like that. Or
so it's Nyaru.
Oh yeah, and my apologies for forgetting Arisa Uotani's name. That was who Elizabeth Maxwell plays in Fruits Basket.
Oh,
Oh, keep going.
I get her and Hanajima's names mixed up sometimes. And that's why I just said the blonde one.
I don't remember if it's her or Toru's mom, but one of them was the purple butterfly or whatever when they were like a gang member. Maybe it was Toru's mom. And because by the way, I don't know if you remember that. That's like a plot point. And I don't know if it's in the anime. It might just be in the manga. I don't know.
It's in the anime.
It's a plot point that she was also a gang member when she was younger, which is like how she, and I think at one point they were gonna like beat up Toru's friend, and like the mom showed up to help her or whatever. If I'm not mistaken, I might be getting some of that wrong, but yeah, but ages.
Yeah, sorry, she was the crimson butterfly.
Crimson butterfly. Oh, you know why I thought of purple butterfly? Because at the time I was writing this this stupid story. It's a long. I'm not gonna go into what it was, but it was a story I was writing on a fan fiction website. It was not fan fiction. It was an original story about like it's kind of a take on the Warriors, but it's not the Warriors. Just all these gangs fighting for control of a city, kind of more like a Fist of the North Star type thing, like post-apocalyptic type scenario. And one of the gangs was a Japanese. I was a weeb. I was like 17 when I was doing this. Actually I was like 18, but it doesn't matter. was like based on like that kind of like style, like the Yankee style of like gangsters, and the leader of that one was called the Purple Butterfly because of her being the Crimson Butterfly. Anyways, that's I like how my fake character spilled in. Either of you guys going to Constellations? I wanted to bring that up before we wrap up.
I didn't get a ticket to it.
How did no one get tickets to it? Apparently everyone didn't. Did you get one, JD?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Constellations, Demon Dice, and Acme.
I wanted to go to the one in Texas.
You mean
because
the
Kaida was
concert
giving
we're
one.
going to, Night Zero?
Yes.
That one? Yes, that one. I guess I got a ticket to that.
Apparently no one else I know did. Everyone like slept on it because, by the way, it sold out really fast. I think because of Demon Dice. Not to say the other people weren't worth going for, but just because Demon Dice's shit always sells out really fast. And did you get a ticket for Demon Dice and the second one, Nyaru? Because the second one, Pite is going to be there.
I wanted to, but I can't go to Texas.
Oh, you just
I'm
can't.
already spending a lot of money on AX.
Oh, okay. You meant that one and not her performance at like the 21 Lounge the next night.
Oh yeah. Apparently, actually, the stuff I can't say. So, I'm surprised she's also performing at AX.
It's because her friends from Trash Taste are there.
There's a there's a reason why that concert's not happening part of AX. Anyway, that's as far as I'll go on that. But yeah, that's technically not an AX thing. That's a separate thing by our homies at Fake Star USA. Everyone, I guess I can't say everyone go to that because you can't unless you bought a ticket as soon as they went on sale. And I think the Texas one sold out like immediately because the Texas one I think had lesser tickets. Like it's a smaller venue. So even though the lineup is I think a bit smaller because I think it's just Pida, Acme, and Demon Dice, but this has a few other people on the card. And yeah. Anyway, everyone go see that. It's cool that Pida is going to be like sharing a bill with such big names. Anyway, we didn't bring up the other shit. We never talked about the crypto restaurant. The big joke about that was crypto restaurant. It's in Long Beach, and I only found out about it because like fucking what's her face, Callie decided to share it in one of our chats, and I was like, oh, this is funny. And then recently they got in the news, like recently as in like on Friday, because they stopped taking crypto as payment. And the funny thing is, I'm like, if anyone thinks this is a valid business, you're fooling yourself. I'm sure it's just a money laundering front. Or this is my opinion, by the way. I think it's just a money laundering front from for the crypto money. Anyway. Surprise Pikachu.jpg exactly. I'll save the other shit for later. I want to talk about some game shit, but we'll save that for the time. Any other?
Oh yeah, Persona on Switch.
Yeah, go ahead.
Huh?
What?
Huh? What was JD saying?
I know JD.
Persona on Switch.
Oh yeah, Persona's coming.
I thought it was already on Switch.
No,
only Strikers
was. I like how me and JD both jumped with that.
I don't follow Persona. So okay, anyways, I was gonna say, I saw a lot of people say that this could be like their first ever AX. Like a lot of people have been saying that, and I just want to let people know that AX is a humbling experience. It will humble you to its core.
No, I've always said this before, and obviously, if it's your first con, hopefully it's not your first con, but if it's one of your first cons, if it's like it is what it is. But if it's your first con, go to smaller ones if you can, just because it's a much different vibe, it's a much different experience, and yeah, AX can be a bit much in general. Like, yeah, just it's different.
It's humbling.
Yeah, you can never get everything done, and yeah, only like Toricon, like 3K people, yeah. By the way, I don't know if I put that thing in there. Somebody replied from, I guess another Toricon staffer was in the comments of that one. But anyway, what did you? Oh yeah, Persona's coming to the Switch. Not all the Persona games. We're never gonna get Persona 1 and 2 again, apparently. But Persona 3, 4, and 5. The annoying thing about 3, we mentioned this on a couple weeks ago podcast. The annoying thing about 3 is we're not getting the Fest version. We're getting the PSP one. But still, we're getting 3, 4 Golden, and 5 Royal. Stupid names, I know. and you could play those with along with strikers. Yeah. Also, Near Automata is coming to the Switch as well, and so is a bunch of other shit. What?
I'm getting that one.
I have too much to play. I'm playing this game, which I can't say what it is. I'm reviewing this game for A to Jade. I'm trying to get it done. I've played enough. The game's just really hard, at least for me, because it's not my style of game. And I'm trying to finish it up in time for AX.
Wow, man, you're getting the late Elden Ring review in.
If only. But then besides that, I have Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, and I have not touched it yet. But I'm pretty sure once I play that, I will like fucking invest hundreds of hours into it. I've almost perfected Fire Emblem Warriors, the first one, like as in like 100% save filed on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
I just stopped because I think I started playing Samurai Warriors. I know that's a funny joke for Samurai Warriors 5. Then I also stopped that one because I guess some other game came out. So yeah, Warriors games be like that. Anyways, so that, we'll start wrapping it up. I never talked about my experience. Like I wasn't joking. I intend to pretty much just drink at the hotel room. So there won't be an open invite because of COVID. But if I know you, and if you're watching this for some reason, not like at AX, this probably won't go up to right before AX. Hit me up. I got some cheap margarita mix I bought today, and I got a lot of other alcohol. I'm enticed with cheap margarita mix. Nyaru, come by for a drink. You could have just a margarita mix and some
I
ice.
don't drink.
Oh. I said you could have some margarita mix with some ice.
I don't like margaritas.
You could have a Shirley Temple then.
I don't like Shirley Temples. Can you have water?
I will put... God, you're so boring. You can have it horchata.
Ooh.
The only reason I say the horchata specifically...
Can you just make me like some fruity water? Like, you know, like the
agua fresca?
No,
yeah, something like that. Like, give me an agua fresca.
I'm not sure.
I'm have a whole bunch of that shit when I go over there because there's none over here in Colorado.
I'm hoping that they have a water machine like the other hotel at If Anime did, but I
think they're gonna have some inside the con.
But I'm getting some. I bought some horchata mix. Like, so I'm making some. It's the kind of thing like it's kind of like Kool-Aid mix. I make it sometimes at home, so I'm bringing some of that to AX. I'm gonna make some horchata, and then I might make some of it like dirty, as in like if we get like rum shata or something like that, I might mix some of that in, and probably vomit everywhere because that sounds like a terrible mix.
Okay, just save some of the non-alcoholic stuff for me too.
I'm not gonna like spike the whole bottle, mainly because whenever I have done that, we end up throwing some of it away, so that's just wasteful. That's the only reason I'm not gonna spike the whole bottle. I'll spike it as I pour. But anyway, that's it. I didn't show the BO card because I got lazy and never uploaded it, but I'll try to put it up there, or for sure I'll link them if you want to see them if you have time. More than likely, you won't watch this till after AX. Doesn't matter. Hope you had fun. Because not so much won't be able to, but because of Twitch, I won't be able to upload this until like Thursday at the earliest, but I think day 0. So yeah. Oops. Anyways, Nyaru, any last minute thoughts that you already gave you?
Drink water.
Oh yeah, please drink water. Stay hydrated. Don't pass out. Every year there's a LineCon issue. And one of the big issues with LineCon isn't so much the waiting in line, which is an issue in and of itself, but it's the fact that people like there's like, oh, my friend passed out, or my friend like had heat stroke, or like I got sick and had to go back to the hotel room. Please take care of yourself. Plan accordingly.
Please do.
It's not going to be as hot.
Even when you're inside the con, just remember to take a sip.
Yeah, and drink water, please. Like,
yeah, don't drink soda. I mean, I love me a good boba, but you need to have more water than like for every one boba, you should drink three bottles of water.
For every one boba, drink 3 bottles of water.
Yeah.
I mean, that probably is valid, but it's just funny the way you phrase it. Anyway, that's that. JD, any closing thoughts on Anime Expo before we get to upcomings?
Nope. I'm just really excited, and if you're there, hey, maybe you can find us.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we're doing something.
Well, don't perceive me.
Oh yeah.
Well, definitely perceive Nyaru.
I'll keep an eye out for Nyaru. I don't know what the others look like. Well, except for like Phoebe, and everyone knows what Phoebe looks like. That sounds weird to say, but you know what I mean, because Phoebe's Phoebe. But there won't be any other streams this week for obvious reasons. tomorrow is too soon for us to do anything, and then Friday we're all going to be at AX. And then next Tuesday there might not. Actually, I'm pretty sure there won't be a UPZ. We haven't talked about this yet, but the fact that AX is on the JD won't even be home yet. So yeah, there won't be a UPZ. I'm calling it now. There won't be one next week just because it's too close to AX. So the next stream won't be till next Wednesday, I think, and then UPZ will be back in 2 weeks. And yeah, next week the stream should be normal though. Next week it should be gaming on Wednesday and then D&D on Friday. So we should be back to normal from here on. Well, I probably won't be on that D&D one just because we want to finish that campaign, but still, it'll be normal. Anyways, thank you, Nyara, for showing up. Thank you, JD, for hosting. Oh, Nyara, what's coming up new with you? I didn't. Nyara's muted.
You're muted.
Tomorrow, I'll be recreating my Sonic OCs. It's gonna be cringe because I'm also gonna be recreating comics I vividly remember making with my Sonic OC. That also depict my day-to-day life as a middle schooler. When I was in school. Which means all the cringe moments in my life. So I'm gonna be exposing myself tomorrow. And then
just don't expose yourself too much, Nyara.
And then honestly, I think Thursday's the day I take off, but I have to take off at around like at least 2-ish. But the thing is, I live in a very rural area where I don't get a lot of like Ubers. So I'm not too sure if my AX thing is gonna happen. It really, really depends. I was supposed to have like a little AX send off stream. Do a little bit of karaoke, hyper social, talk about the con and everything, see what's going on. So I don't know if it's gonna happen because I've been having a tough time trying to schedule an Uber to take me to the airport. Because I live in a rural area, it's so tough, and I don't have any like shuttle services near me.
You're cutting it so close.
I know I'm cutting it so fucking close, but yeah, I'll decide tomorrow if I want to move the Sonic stream to later, or combine both of them, or do something. I don't want to. I just don't want to cut it close, But yeah, that's what's going on.
And then don't perceive her at AX, but go watch Phoebe.
Yeah, don't perceive me.
Phoebe's performing twice. Go watch.
I will not be taking pictures of idols all weekend.
I know you will not be at every idol performance that you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and that's that. See you all AX. Nyaru's crunching ice. And that's it. Good night. Thank you all for watching. Peace out.
Thank you guys.
Shout out to our current patrons, Ed, Kenneth, and Ravuf. Rava.
I don't know how to. Yeah.
I don't know how to say it either. If you're watching Ravuf, I'll ask you on Discord if you're on the Discord, and I'll ask you how to pronounce your names. We should probably know that. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Peace out. Oh, support us patreon.com/connections if you want to join one of our lovely patrons. By the way, I don't know if I showed you, but the wall is right here. I don't want to knock on it, but it's so weird being in a corner. Anyways, that's it. Peace out. Love y'all. Goodbye. Good night. Goodbye.